Up guys, welcome back to another video. This video is basically just going to be me going over how I made 50k last week at 18 with organic dropshipping. If you guys don't really know me, my name's Aman. Currently in Thailand, but I'm from the UK, 18 like I said, and yeah, let's get into it. So this video is going to be two parts. It's going to be organic, so if you guys do organic dropshipping, I'm going to give you some source and then also mindset, because that's the main thing. That's what I really speak about on this channel, and that's what you guys are really here for, you know, because the business stuff is important, of course, but that comes from being in the right frequency. So let's get into it. So the first thing with organic is basically just stop falling for the hype. I want to get this out of the way. Stop falling for the hype where, you know, AI organic dropshipping, don't need to film anymore. Like, of course AI is fucking good, right? But you need to understand that it's not just AI. Like, I'm printing with products. I've been doing 10k days. I did 50k last week. I'm at 100k on the month. My second 100k month now in physical reality, and it's been with filming. I'm not gonna lie, like most of my revenue comes like half and half, and what I've noticed is that the best organic dropshippers are doing both. We're not just using AI, we're using AI and also using filming to amplify it. And you need to understand that it's not just one or the other. There's not just one method, this method that a guru is trying to sell you. You need to be able to do both. You need to be a well-rounded dropshipper, and that means you need to be able to use AI and know how to film. And the best creators I've got, and I'm gonna get into creators later in this video, are the ones that know how to film, because they know how to use AI. They know how to make good videos because they've made good videos themselves, instead of just fucking one-to-one ripping an avatar from another AI video. It's retarded, right? My second point is products. I don't run shitty products. If you're my creator, I onboard creators and wait a couple days before I even give them a product if I'm not putting them on my winner, right? That's because I'm very selective with products. You need to understand that products are the most important thing. Products and concepts are the most important thing, but products, like, I'm tired of, I stopped running shitty products. Like, most of you guys are just testing, but you're not reflecting on the test, which is one thing. You need to be reflecting on your test. You're speed testing but not reflecting, and also you're just running a bunch of shit. Like, I don't care about a product that I can only do 30k a month with. At my level, I want a product that I can at least do 50 to 100k plus a month with, you know, consistently. I don't want to pump and dump. Yes, I'll still test a few pump and dumps here and there with a creator or two, but I'm mainly focused on those scalable products that I can scale into actual organic brands, maybe scale with TikTok shop and ads, you know, like, and actually turn into a real brand. And that isn't the only method of going forward. I'm not closed-minded in that sense, but you need to understand, stop running these shitty products. Of course, it's good for cash flow, but I mean, an actual product that provides value. It solves a real problem, or it provides a real sense of value, a sense of entertainment. It's not just some bullshit plastic fucking card that you just sell and you make 100k in a week with, and then you make no money because you've learned nothing from the product. It provides barely any value, and it's just not a real brand. I'm focused on real branded products, and that's why I've got three different brands up and running right now. One of them's the main one that's been printing, but the other two, one's doing consistent 2k days right now, the other's doing like consistent 2k days right now. Bear in mind, we weren't able to post for the last week because IG fucking suspended our account. We still were doing 1 to 2k a day. That's how good IG is. I'm gonna get into that still. So yeah, stop running these emotional bullshit products, because there's no skill. Like, yes, you're gonna make money, but first of all, it's unethical. There's no morals. Second of all, like, it's not a real brand. You're not gonna be able to scale that. You're just fucking beg shipping. Please, if there's one message you get from this video, stop running these emotional bullshit products that you're getting sold through mentorships. There's people selling mentorships on how to do emotional and nothing else. That's not what organic is. It's so much more. Everyone thinks so one-dimensionally in organic, and that's the reason why they're not getting results like me. Thirdly, the main thing that's really making me all my money is IG and Facebook. Like, TikTok, I made like 20k with one product. That wasn't even this month, that was a few months ago, but I barely print with TikTok. If you know me, I'm an IG demon. Been printing with Facebook too, but mainly IG. All the revenue is coming from IG. IG is so goated. When you have a primed Instagram, you're always gonna print, like, always, and you have a good product, of course, like, that converts. The next thing is creators. At the level I'm at, I'm scaling with creators. I'm not filming or making the videos myself. That's because I know what I'm doing. I've made over $500,000 in just over a year with this business model, and I've been scaling super hard with my brand. I've been putting multiple creators on the same product, different market angles, or even the same market angle, just scaling hard, as well as not doing the same things everyone else does with creators. People get creators and then just don't actually manage them. I have multiple creators. I have quite a lot of creators, but I'm still so hands-on. I have weekly calls. If not, I had a creator that I'm printing with my main brand. We had a call every single day for a week when we were printing, because that's how much I care about my creators and giving my all to the creators, because that's the most important thing, because the creators are your business, and I treat it like a real relationship. I don't view them as just, oh, it's just a creator. No, you guys need to, if you are in my position where you have creators, you need to treat them and actually put a lot of time and effort into them. I put a lot of time and effort into my careers as if they were like a mentee or something like that, right? And I'm able to test a lot of products because of that. After that is that with organic, a lot of people are just so uncreative. Like, you guys genuinely treat this like a 9 to 5. You just see a comp, you copy his video, you don't even try and make it better, first of all. Second of all, you're literally ripping the AI avatar if you're using AI. Like, you're not doing anything different. You're doing the same concepts. You're not even bringing new concepts. And what really allowed me to make 50k in a week, and what's allowed me to print continuously for the last year, I haven't stopped printing. I've been doing 20-30k a month most of this year, every single month. And recently I've done, 6 figures this month in June. And it's going to keep going up. I'm about to scale this. Like, you're going to see me doing 250k months. You can mark this video. But yeah, it's creativity. I literally, imagine I have a creator, right? I literally thought of a concept, injected it into the creator. All he did was just execute, and it did 1 million views, and it converted like 10k per mil. Genuinely. Like, I just thought of a really high converting concept, bringing new movements, new concepts, new hooks, and new marketing angles to the product. Allows you to go more viral and also just out competing everybody. When I get a comp on a product, I don't feel scared at all. I feel grateful, because first of all, I view my comps as creators. They're literally content machines. They're literally just feeding me ideas. And the thing is, when a comp has a good text, like I see, oh, this text would give this guy 50k or 100k views, I know I'm going to implement that and make it better, because my content's always better. As well as doing niche concepts, that's just normal. Like, you need to be doing niche concepts if you're doing organic. I can't lie. You need to think differently. If you think the same as everyone else, you're gonna get the results that everyone else gets. You need to think differently. And finally, in terms of business and organic, it's just doing the highest leverage task possible. You need to stop wasting time doing emails, stop wasting time doing bullshit tasks. Delegate if you're at that stage, or just do the highest leverage task first. If the morning is the most productive for you, then do your most productive task and the most high leverage task in the morning. Steve Jobs had this thing where it was like signal versus noise work. 80% of the work you're doing is noise. You need to be doing the signal tasks. You need to be doing signal work where it's like actual deep work, real focus, actually pushing the needle. A lot of you guys spend way too much time making a logo, fucking just speaking, doing dumb shit with your supplier for a product you're not even gonna run, just doing bullshit, stupid tasks that are taking way too long or spending way too much time on it. Focus on the highest leverage task and get that done. The rest of the work can be done later. And a little bonus I wasn't planning to say in this video, but I just thought of, testing products for long enough. When you have real conviction in the product, like you're gonna print with it, keep testing it. Test everything you can. One of my products, actually 2 of my products I'm running right now, I've been running for multiple months and they really didn't take off. They had a bit of success in the beginning and then they slowed down, but I knew there was more to do and I knew I could do better. I knew I could print more, and that's why I printed more with them. And now I'm doing, like 60 with one, 10k with one, 2 different products, right, in a month. And I was running those products for multiple different months. So you need to understand, when you have conviction in a product, test as much as possible. Like, put your all into it. Because if you have a banger, you can have a banger. You're not testing the right concept. You're not testing it for long enough to let the IG account marinate, something like that, right? You're just missing out. Like, you can have a 10k per mil banger, but you do a shit concept, you drop it, and it converts like nothing. You're like, oh, it's a shit product. No, you just did shit with it. You did shit videos. You did shit concepts. You need to actually give your best into the product and test it for long enough. A lot of the gurus like to say, speed test, highest level guys are speed testing. Yes, I'm testing a lot because I have a lot of careers, but I'm also putting a lot into the product. I don't stop testing once I've done 10 videos. I'm not going viral, no. It's not like that, If I see a product that I know is a bang, I know is printing, I've test ordered, or maybe I just know because I have that eye, right? I'm not just going to drop it after 10 videos so I didn't go viral, because that's what Ethan Hayes said to do. Let's get into the mindset. The main thing I've been is I'm in Thailand right now. I'm in Koh Samui, and I've been on my own. I was traveling with my good friend. He left after 2 weeks, so I've been on my own, and I've always wanted to solo travel. Subconsciously, I was afraid of it, so this is why I knew I needed to do it. What you fear, you must do. And I came into isolation. A lot of people don't want to hear this, and they're not going to like it, and they're not going to like the idea of it, because humans, we always want to be in the pack. We always want to be in a group. But when you're isolated is when you can have your most ideas. And when you're in another country, you're not bound by, your old environment, your old beliefs, your family, all of these things. It's like a next level. It's like a double XP of awareness. I would genuinely say it's like that. Like, I've removed so many limiting beliefs, become so aware of unconscious patterns I didn't even know I had, and I've overcame so many fears, whether that's being alone, whether that's riding a bike, just doing things like a motorbike, like all these things that happen because I was alone. And there's going to be periods in your life where you just need to be alone, because other people are just a distraction sometimes, and being alone is what's best for you, because that's when you really learn to be comfortable with yourself. Like, I went to dinner by myself. I'm by myself right now. I've been going to dinner by myself. I went jet skiing by myself. I've been doing things by myself, becoming more comfortable with being alone, because you are all you have in life. You're the only person you're ever going to be around. So you need to understand, you need to be comfortable with being by yourself. We're so distracted by social media, by always listening to music, always doing something. Just spend time just being by yourself, being present with yourself, doing nothing. Whether that's like smoking a cigar, whether that's, just laying on the beach with your thoughts, sitting in silence, doing some meditation. Stop being productive and just rest with your own mind and be comfortable with being alone. And that's what really helped me grow internally. That's what made me aware of so many different things. So you need to isolate yourself at some point in your life. I'm not saying that you need to, of course, isolation is linked to death, because when we were isolated from the group, we were kicked out, we'd probably get eaten by a bear. If you're on your own, humans stick in packs ancestrally, right? We've always been a group, we're a communal social creature. And isolation means death. That's why people conform. But you need to understand that you need a period of isolation in your journey. I'm not saying this is a limiting belief. I'm saying it's going to be beneficial. It's like a double XP on your awareness and your growth. I'm telling you now, isolation is one of the best things that's going to help you grow internally. And of course, there's seasons of life and there's the seasons of periods where, it's good to be with people. I'm going to start traveling with some friends literally from tomorrow. But as soon as I became on my own, I went from making 20 to 30K a month for the last 6 months to making 6 figures this month, and I started printing hard. And another thing I really came to the conclusion of is you make the rules of reality. Everything that you believe will be true will be true. You need to understand that everything that you know and you believe will be the truth if you set that constraint. If you believe that you need to work 14 hours a day to make 100K a month, you'll need to work 14 hours a day to make 100K a month. But if you believe that you can work however much you want and, of course, you're going to get what you need to done, do the highest average things, and just be the best version of yourself, you're focused on being. That's the belief that I instilled. Then you're just going to make money no matter what you do. It's not about what you do, it's about the frequency you're in when you're doing it. So when you have these subconscious blocks, what will happen is you either materialize what you want and you have to abide by those rules, or you're just not going to achieve it. So I'll give you an example. If you believe that you need to break your arm in order to become a professional boxer, right? You're going to either break your arm, become a professional boxer, or you won't become a professional boxer. Do you understand what I'm saying, right? Like it's one or the other. You need to remove the subconscious block. You need to understand where it comes from. And you need to detach from it and understand you make the rules. Those rules from your past programming are retarded. All truths are half-truths. You make the truth in your reality. The truth is just an idea you've accepted your subconscious mind. So when you can emotionally alchemize that into something new, into a belief that actually serves you, not constrains you, you make the rules. And of course, the first step is awareness. And thirdly, it is conviction and already having. I already had 100K a month. I made 100K a month last year, Q4, and I've been on that frequency. Whether that's fluctuated in the last few months, that's normal. But now I've managed to stabilize and maintain that frequency over a long period of time. And what the thing is that I already knew I had it, and I didn't care about whether I could see it in reality, because I already felt the emotions. I already knew what it felt like. I visualized, I journaled every single day. I'm so grateful for making 100K a month. I'm so grateful for fully retiring my mom. Every time I pray to God, all I say is I'm so grateful for making 100K a month. I'm so grateful for all the little things that I have, like, clean clothes, clean food, clean water. And I knew I already have it. And what that did is it allowed me to feel the emotions, things that entered the desired state of being. And your desired state of being, therefore, allows you to enter your desired frequency, which therefore materializes into your desired reality. Because reality is just immaterialized frequency, and frequency is immaterialized reality. You understand? Your desired reality is just a desired frequency, and desired frequency is desired state of being. So when I gave myself that desired state of being consciously and continuously, it therefore put me in that frequency, and then it materialized in reality. And it really is conviction. I already knew I had it. You need to have utmost conviction. Of course, I still had self-doubt, because that's just the old frequency. Everyone has self-doubt. That's not a bad thing. That's a really good fucking thing. I've got a video on that. You guys can watch it. Self-doubt is just the old frequency. It means you're progressing, right? And the main key point is manifestation is nothing to do with the external. Everyone's like, oh, I'm manifesting 10K months. I'm manifesting this. No, it really is all to do with your internal state. Manifestation is just internally shifting to a degree where you're no longer emotionally dependent upon seeing physical reality change. And that's so important. No longer emotionally dependent upon seeing physical reality change, meaning the external world is not important in manifestation. Manifestation is just alchemy. It means just changing and shifting your internal state and not being dependent upon the external. So you need to understand it's all an internal game. Stop looking for the external to validate your internal. Stop looking for external confirmation. That means you're looking outside of you for everything that's inside of you. If you can see it and you can feel it, then it can be real. So you need to understand manifestation is clearly just shifting your internal state, and that's what I did. I just only focused on my internal. I didn't give a fuck about the external, and I have been doing that for ages, but I'm saying that's what I've really been dialed in on, and I really understood that manifestation is just internally shifting. You need to come to the conclusion that it's nothing to do with the external. You need to stop giving a fuck about the external, only focus on growing the internal, because that's literally all that matters. You don't want 100K a month. You want what 100K a month would make you feel. You want that abundance, you want that gratitude, you want that security, you want to be able to take care of your family. That's what it wants. So why don't you just visualize it and feel it now? Another thing is about the external and it not mattering at all is the law of rhythm. Things are always going to fluctuate in the external. Things are going to go up, things are going to go down. And the whole point is that you need to be the neutral point. You need to be the neutral between that, the medium, the observer, the one that doesn't react to these things, because you know that reality will change and it's always going to show you different things. But you need to be able to observe and alchemize whatever situation you're in, whatever adversity you're in, whether you're going through something difficult, because that's just your perception of it. Nothing is difficult if you've changed your perception of things, but you need to understand that you need to be the neutral between. You need to observe, you need to remove the negative narratives that society's put on certain emotions or certain instances, and just allow yourself to feel without attaching any meaning to those emotions. And that really allows you to not be affected by the external. Understand the external has no power of your internal, you just give it power. When someone's annoying you, it's not them, it's you. You're giving them power. And this allowed me to fully detach from any results. It allowed me to detach from anything, what anyone says, what anyone thought, and allow me to just observe and have, and made my life 10 times better. And this really allows you to understand business. Things are always going to be up and down. Of course, like not like super lows. Don't expect lows, expect the best for yourself. But I'm saying, like, you know, things are always going to sway, so you need to be able to handle both. Even when it's a high, be neutral, and when it's a low, be neutral, because you know the external is just fucking false. It's an illusion. In the visible light spectrum, you can only see 0.05% of reality, so it doesn't fucking matter anyways. And the thing I'm going to wrap this video up with is complete abundance, already having more than enough. And I think when I started traveling, I still had feelings of scarcity. I still had limiting beliefs of scarcity, in terms of, you know, what if I start making money while I'm traveling, or what if, like, blah 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 blah, this happens. You know, I've moved, I've left the UK now for good. I'm traveling right now and I'm moving to Dubai. I had these thoughts of scarcity, and you need to adopt the belief of having more than enough always. When you've come from a poor background, you're gonna have the belief that I don't know, I don't have enough, because you grew up seeing it, right? You need to develop the habit of thinking in abundance, whether that's spending $10 on a coffee, whether that's, you know, spending $100 on a cigar, whether that's, you know, having abundance of normal things, having an abundance of love, having an abundance of gratitude, having abundance of food. Just live in abundance. And when you live in abundance, you align with abundance, you always have more than you ever wanted. You need to adopt the belief of having more than enough always in anything you do and anything you have, whether that's creators, whether that's products, whether that's primed accounts, whether that's fucking love, whether that's gratitude, whether that's anything material or immaterial. It doesn't matter. Just live in complete abundance. And that's why I always have more than enough, whether that's sales, whether that's anything that I want to materialize. I always believe that I have more than enough, whether it's in reality or not. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, whether you're doing organic, whether you're not, whether it's just mindset. And I want you to understand, if I can do it, you can do it too. Like I said, if you can think it, you can do it. And there's a version of yourself that exists within inside of you that's already done the things you want. You just need to align yourself with that frequency and listen to the intuition that's guiding you.